Hey guys, so I just received my Lunar Beauty Eternal Eclipse collection. Some things went wrong, but we'll talk about that as I'm doing the makeup. Yes, I know, it's another review, but you guys asked for this one. I gave you choices and you said, hey, hit me with that review. And I was like, hey, if that's what you want, I'll do it for you. So here we are. I'm pretty sure we've all seen the inside of this palette. That was my face as I almost dropped it. As you can see, it's a beautiful cool tone blue with some neutral, cool, and warm tone browns and golds. I think it is pretty evenly distributed between mattes and metallics. The only unfortunate is the black in here looks to be a sequin shade. I'll insert some swatches. And we'll kind of just get right into this because I have a little bit to talk about while we do it. We'll probably just go with a simple, like, smoked out, cool toned eye. Not 100% sure yet. So we're gonna start with the shade Earthbender. We're gonna pack that one into our crease. It's a dark or neutral brown, but a little bit on the warm side. That probably makes no sense. But I'm bad at describing colors. So I ordered this last Friday and it came 2 days maybe. I ordered the palette, the Moonspell palette, 2 lippies for myself, the lip gloss and the liquid lipstick in Zaya. I forgot what the lip gloss is called. And I ordered an extra liquid lipstick for my Christmas giveaway, which you should check out. And on top of that, I ordered the brush set. I don't have the brush set because it was never put in my order. It didn't send it to me. I got charged for it on my customs paper, but I did not get it in my box. So, you know, I did what any normal person would do. I contacted customer service because no big deal. Shit happens. Guess what? The people packaging your order are exactly that. They're people. They're gonna fuck up. You cannot look me dead in the eyes and tell me you've never fucked up at your job, because I bet you have. So, you know, I'm not mad or anything. Then, you know, like a dum-dum, I sent that email before checking on the rest of my order. I opened my Moonspell palette and 2 shades of it are freaking shattered. Like, they are not usable unless I repress them, which I plan to do, but you know, I hope that they like reimburse me in some way. That shade packed on very nicely. It like sucks because this is my first time actually ordering from the brand. I do own their blush palette, but I bought that when they were still in Sephora. And which was a lot easier for me personally because I'm in Canada, which means I had to pay, you know, $21 in customs on this, on top of, you know, the $20 shipping cost, which means I've paid $40 for products. Actually, probably closer to $50, 50 to 60 for things that are products at the end of the day. Which really sucks when my order has like 2 things wrong with it now. You know, but like I said, things happen, mistakes happen. That's not going to affect my review of this palette. It's just, I think, something to note, especially because I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to get reimbursed because, you know, shipping costs, because obviously the brand does pay for shipping. But yeah, I guess there's my thoughts of the day. But so far, this is like my first time trying Lunar Beauty shadows, and I'm quite liking them. I'm quite digging them. They're really nice. But if you're from Canada and you've had anything happen, like where you've ordered from Lunar Beauty and you've had something happen that you needed, like, you know, a replacement or a refund, let me know how it was solved for you, because I'm kind of curious. And I said from Canadians just because sometimes how things are handled on a in the same country order versus an international order differ. Like, it's easier to send a United States order replacement because shipping is not going to be very high in country. Like within Canada, I can send a package for under $10. Outside of Canada, the cheapest is like $20, and that's to the US. And I've paid upwards of $60 to ship out of Canada. So I'm just basically blending the edges of this out. Again, because it's winter, my eyes are very, very dry, so some patchiness, like right here, is just my eye being dry, which sucks because most eye creams you can't put on them except the Biossance cream, which is literally my savior in the wintertime because it's the only one I can put on my actual eyelid to moisturize the bitch. Those are kind of even now. I kind of want to dip into the blue, but I'm kind of feeling the neutral moment. Here, if you guys want a 3 looks 1 palette, you comment right now that you do. We'll do it, and I promise I'll use the blues. But for today, I'm going with the neutrals. Next, I'm going to go into Sandstorm, which is that color. And we're just going to blend out the edges. I also did get a free highlighter because I ordered on Black Friday, and I know it's not in my skin tone, but I'm saving it for if you win one of my giveaways and the item I have, like the highlighter I have for you, is not your skin tone because I'm like literally translucent, then I will like ask you before I ship it. I'd be like, hey, will this highlighter work for you? If not, here are the ones that I have that you can replace it with. And if you don't want any of those, you can choose something of equal or lesser value. Because why the fuck would I give someone something that's not going to work for them? You know? So it was a nice way to get a free bonus giveaway prize for the future. So yeah. The shade is working very nicely. These shades are blending also really nicely. You can hear my dog whining. He wants out of his crate, but it's like 3 a.m. and he knows he's not supposed to be up yet. But he knows I'm home, so he wants up. You know what he's gonna do when I let him up? He's gonna go pee outside, bark for a little bit. At 3 in the fucking morning, I know he's an asshole. He's a husky. I literally have tried so many things. We're working on training him out of the barking, but he'll still do it. And then once he comes inside, he's gonna lay his ass down and go right back to sleep on the couch. Because that's all he wants. He just wants to be out with me. And yes, my dogs are crate trained to sleep. Crate training is actually very beneficial for your dogs. You come at me, I will fight you on that matter. It makes dogs feel very secure. Again, as you can see, these shadows are just blending beautifully. They're also neutral, so I would be very upset if they were not. But you know what sucks? I'm really glad that this palette didn't break, but I almost kind of wish this one did. And you're probably like, what the fuck, Keely, why? Like, this is your review palette. Yes, but I have literally waited and pined after the Moonspell palette for an entire year and a bit. I have wanted that palette for an entire motherfucking year. Like, I have sat there and I've almost pushed a button and I'm like, no, that's $20 shipping. Like, I'm not paying $20 shipping for one item. So when this Eternal Eclipse launched, I was like, oh fuck it, I'm doing it, I'm pulling the trigger. I have a rule, I never buy 2 palettes at once. This was the exception. Then we're gonna take Dusk, which is like the lightest brown shade. And we're gonna use Dusk to buff up my edges. One thing I really like about this palette is it's not too light. I find a lot of neutral palettes end up being really light, which is fine for someone of my skin tone, but lighter colors can end up being ashy or unusable to anyone who's like of a deeper complexion, where these shades just won't show up on them, or they will turn like an ashy-ish color. So it's really nice to see only like one, and even then it's not like a super light shade, it's just like a medium shade. It's really nice to see that in palette, because we see a lot of like always having a super light beige. You know, I have 70,000 of those, I don't need another one. So that was really nice to see in this palette. I also do want to say, man, I'm glad you fixed your lighting on this palette, because it looks like it did in your review video. In your reveal video, not review. Boom, and I think we're just gonna pop a shimmer on the lid. Oh god, I don't know what shimmer though. If you don't know, I have a thing for these packing brush from Star Gems Cosmetics. We're gonna use 2 of the shimmers to try and use as many of the shades as possible. We're gonna use the Desert Sky, which is like the darkest brown shimmer. Or pack that right where the matte is. That's really gorgeous in person, not as beautiful on camera because nothing ever is. And it picks up very well on a dry brush, which is nice, but also these brushes are awesome. And they're from a small indie brand, so like you should check them out. And then we're gonna go into Flare, which is the lighter color, and we are going to pack that on the inner corner. We use the same brush. Oh, this one has a little more of a silvery tone. You know what? I kind of like that actually. It is a little harder to grab than the last shade. I'm just gonna kind of blend them together. This does come off a lot more silvery than it looks in the pan. As you can see, it's very white, but it looks like it has more of like a beige tone to it in the pan. Just something to note. I also want to note that there is a little bit of kickback in the matte pans, but really not a lot. It might also be the way I dip my brushes into things. Okay, then we're gonna go back into the deeper shimmer. Yeah, this one definitely picks up a lot better. Just gonna use that to blend again. We're just gonna take a fluffy blending brush with Earthbender and Sandstone on it. And we're just gonna blend that into the matte, or into the shimmer, just to create a nice, even gradient. and I'm gonna add a wing, some lashes, base. I'll be right back. And I'm back and ready to do the lips. If you're wondering, I'm wearing small lashes in the style NYC. Currently they're not active, so I don't really know what's going on with that, but if they ever come back, that's the style I'm wearing. So we are going to go into the liquid lipstick and possibly the gloss, but probably not. So the shade of the gloss is Aura, and then the shade of the liquid lipstick is Zaya, which I believe is the name of his cute little puppy. So the packaging on these, like, this is the first lip product I've had from them. It is gorgeous. But I've heard that this gloss is supposed to be a little bit more pigmented. Yeah, so this is gonna be a more pigmented gloss, which is something I would wear with a lip liner by itself, not on top of a liquid lipstick. So then we have the lipstick in the shade Zaya. I like this. I really like the packaging. I also like the packaging of the palette. It has the same vibe as Moonspell. Honestly, I think, not Moonspell, his blush palette. Honestly, I think his packaging is top tier. So just try this liquid lipstick out. This is what the doe foot looks like. It's very pretty. Let's just put her on. So I really like this color, especially with the look. Wow, okay, so far, besides the issues that I just had personally with the packaging and shipping and everything, I actually really like this collection. I really like the eyeshadow palette so far. If you guys would like to see more with it, then let me know. And let me know, like, out of everything I've reviewed this last week, what you would really like me to do in order. Would you like this palette, the Melt palette, the Natasha palette? And I'll see what I can do in a timely manner without doing like 3 of those in a row. Next week I'll do one of those. I have a fun video planned and everything, so yeah, hopefully it's gonna go on. But if you were interested in this color, you like neutrals, you like cool tones, this might be a palette for you. Lunar Beauty might be a brand for you. I found these shadows very easy to work with. They look beautiful. The shimmers pack on with a dry brush. This lipstick is very comfortable. I don't think it's a fully like dry down, doesn't budge lipstick. Keep that in mind. And then the lip gloss looks good. I haven't tried it yet though, so keep that in mind. I really would have loved to review the brushes for you guys today, but unfortunately Maddie said no, not today. So let me know what you think, and yeah, let me know which order of what palettes you would like me to do 3 looks per palette with, and I'll try and get that done for you. Peace out, Girl Scout.